Hi everyone. In my last video, I had started with a new chapter that was photosynthesis from the plant physiology chapter part. Do watch the video till the end. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. We had seen that photosynthesis is defined as the phenomena by which green leafy plants make their food in the presence of sunlight using carbon dioxide and water. The most important thing is that the plant, the green leafy part, is a very important part of the definition. Why? So there must be a question that everybody might think of, that why only green leafy plants can make their food by the process of photosynthesis. This is basically because they contain a special pigment that is called the chlorophyll. This is the reason behind that we human beings cannot synthesize the food by using sunlight, as we lack the pigment called chlorophyll. This word chlorophyll can be divided into two parts. The first part is chloro, which means green, and the second part is phyll, which is leaf. That means green leafy part of the plant. This chlorophyll absorbs or taps the solar energy, and this is present in the chloroplast. So now let us take a dive into the location of or the structure of the chloroplast. So as you all can see, this is basically a detailed structure of a leaf, and it is showing the inside parts of it. So see over here, if we take the leaf and under the microscope, if we view it, we can see the different layers of the leaf which it has. This chloroplast, which contains the chlorophyll, is present in the mesophyll layers. What does this chloroplast look like? How does it? What does it do? What does it contain? Now let's see. This chloroplast is a double membrane layer. The first thing which we know is double membrane. Double membranes mean it has two membranes. One is the outer membrane, that is the outside layer one, and another is the inner membrane. The next thing which it consists of is a coin-like structure, that is a thylakoid. See over here it is marked. This is thylakoid. So when these thylakoids are piled up, like when we keep one thylakoid over another like this and they get piled up, then they form granum. So what is this stroma? Stromas are basically the fluid-like matrix which is present in the chloroplast. That are the stroma. So these are the main part of the chloroplast which we can see in this figure. And the next thing is that this chlorophyll, which is very essential for the photosynthesis, is present in the walls of the thylakoid. That means the walls over here, these walls of the thylakoid actually contains the chlorophyll. So if we represent it in a simple way, we can say first is the leaf, then comes the chloroplast, and within this chloroplast is a chlorophyll present. Sorry, it will be L. Which in turn is responsible for entrapping solar energy from sunlight. So we have a leaf Within this leaf is the chloroplast, and the chloroplast then contains the thylakoids, and on the walls of the thylakoids is your chlorophyll. Now, the light energy needs to enter somewhere. Otherwise, how will the entrapment of the light will happen, take place by chlorophyll? So basically, when we see a leaf, there is a minute opening. This opening is called the stomata. This opening actually allows the light to enter, and it also allows for the gaseous exchange. So this stomata performs two functions. One, allows light to enter, and the second function, gaseous exchange site, provides the gaseous exchange site. What this that means, over here CO2 will enter, and after the completion of the photosynthesis, O2 will be released out. Okay. Now we can see that stomata is a kidney shaped structure. And it is covered by guard cell. This is our guard cell. It has nucleus and other things. When these guard cells are turgid, that means when they are tight, then the stomata remains open. When these guard cells are flaccid, that means they are loose, then stomata remains closed. So when guard cell turgid, stomata open. When guard cell flaccid, stomata closed. So when this opening and closing of stomata plays a very important role in the process of photosynthesis. As why? Because see, if the stomata are closed, then light cannot penetrate. So, and if the light cannot penetrate, then the chlorophyll cannot be excited and the process cannot begin. So, opening of stomata, or there should be, the stomata actually plays an important role in regulation, we can say. So, we can say stomata also help in regulation. According to the reduced syllabus, we do not need to study the different mechanism of opening and closing of stomata. So we will only just understand the basic part of it, which I have already discussed, like the function of the stomata and when does the stomata remain open and when does it remain closed. This much is only needed for your exam. The next thing which we study is the mesophyll cell. We have seen, or we have seen that chlorophyll means green leaf, right? So basically fields over here indicate leaf. Similarly, over here the mesophyll can be divided into two parts. The field means leaf and meso is the middle. Meso means middle. So mesophyll basically is a middle part of the leaf. The upper layer is the epidermis. Then comes your palisade cells. This is your spongy cells. Palisade cells, spongy cells. These palisade and the spongy cells together forms the mesophyll cells. Or we can say in another word that mesophyll cells wait a second. We can say in another word that mesophyll cells or mesophyll is divided into two parts, that is palisade cells and spongy cells. Below the spongy cells is the stomata or the pore about which we have talked in the previous slide. So through this opening or through this pore the light enters, and as this light enters, the chloroplast which is present in the mesophyll cells then entraps the solar energy with the help of chlorophyll which is present in the walls of the thylakoids, and then they begin with the process of photosynthesis. So if we need to give a gist or if we need to take a home message from this, is that we can conclude that chloroplast, leaf, mesophyll cells which contains palisade plus spongy cells. Then comes the chloroplast, that means within this mesophyll cells is your chloroplast, and within this chloroplast is your chlorophyll. The take home message for all of you is that do make a chart of the location and function of the different parts of the leaf which we discussed today. How will you do it? Let's see. Suppose you make 3 columns. One is function and location. This helps you, or this minimize your effort of studying a huge chapter and makes your study much simpler. So suppose for example we can we have studied about chlorophyll, we have talked about chloroplast. So we can write chloroplast, location in the mesophyll cells, between the upper and the lower epidermis. Which is a site function site for photosynthesis. The next thing which we studied is chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, it is located in the walls of the thylakoids and it traps solar energy. The next thing is we studied was thylakoid. It is located in the chloroplast and it helps How does this thylakoid help in photosynthesis? What is its role in the process of photosynthesis? I will discuss this in my next lecture.